Donald Trump just wrapped up a truly disastrous speech at the White House for a Christmas party they were hosting. He abruptly stopped his speech and looked at a woman who was in front of him and said, "You look like Ivanka, and that's a good thing," because I thought you were Ivanka. He says the 2020 election was rigged. He continued to spread other lies, saying the California elections are always rigged. This was truly deranged. Let me show you what went down. A reminder, hit subscribe, help us get to 6 million subscribers. Donald Trump here says that the 2020 election is rigged, and he's going to be coming out with truckloads of evidence soon to prove the 2020 election is rigged. Here, play this clip.
Very good at cheating. They're professionals at cheating because we won in 2016 by a lot. The election was rigged in 2020. We have all the ammunition, all the stuff, and you'll see it come out. It's coming out in truckloads. But then we won again in 2024.
Then Donald Trump looks at a woman in the crowd and says, "You look like Ivanka. That's a good thing. It's a great compliment. I thought you were her." Here, play this clip.
The two of those guys, the greatest. Then we have a man who, to me, this is the most interesting story. Boy, do you look like Ivanka. Has anyone ever told you that? I'm saying, is that Ivanka? Could you just turn around for the camera? Does she look like Ivanka? It's the most unbelievable thing. So I didn't want to take a chance. I say, "Is that Ivanka?" "You look just like Ivanka," which is a great compliment, actually.
Then Donald Trump starts talking about snakes. Randomly, just starts saying, "Have you heard about the black mamba or the brown mamba and the viper from Peru? You don't want to play games with these snakes. These snakes have venom." You may be saying, well, what was that in relation to? Nothing. He's just talking about snakes. Here, play this clip.
Just in case. But the venom rarely works. It's so powerful, this snake. It's said to be the most poisonous. That, the black mamba, the brown mamba, and the viper from Peru. You do not want to play games, okay? And I'm telling this story because my son Don, this is a hell of a... Did you hear this story? And so...
Then Donald Trump says we're doing great when it comes to affordability. He says prices are down. Of course, we all know prices are up and our economy is in the gutter because of Donald Trump and this regime. But here's what he's saying at his holiday party in the White House. Play this clip.
First time that's happened in many years. We are doing great, and prices are coming down.
Then Donald Trump says that we've defeated inflation, which we know is false. He says it's totally neutralized. You don't want it to get any lower, he says, because this is the perfect spot for inflation right now. You'll hear it in his own words. You know what he's saying is a lie. But show this to your friends if they're supporters of this guy, because here he is saying that this is great and this is what exactly where he wants it to be, and he doesn't want to bring the prices down lower. Here, let's play this clip.
The worst inflation in the history of our country. Prices were the highest they ever were. And what we're doing is bringing them down. We now have inflation is totally neutralized. We may get it a little bit lower. You don't want to get it too. You don't want deflation. Deflation is in many ways worse than inflation. But we have a record setting. We have more people on Friday. We had more people working on Friday than at any time in the history of our country. Think of that.
But he does talk about what he believes his priorities are. He says we're going to build an Arc Day Trump, an Arc Day Triumph in honor of Donald Trump. And that's a big initiative that he has. We need arcs, he says, arcs in the circles. And that's what's been lacking in this country, he says. Here, play this clip.
Unbelievable on policy. And we have a policy thing that's going to be unbelievable happening. Should I announce it or should I keep it quiet? I put Vince in charge of the triumphal arc. We're building an arc like the Arc de Triomphe, and we're building it by the Arlington Bridge, the Arlington Cemetery, opposite the Lincoln Memorial. You could say Jefferson, Washington, everything, because they're all right there. And it's something that is so special. It will be like the one in Paris, but to be honest with you, it blows it away in every way. And Vince came in one day and his eyes were teeming. I mean, he couldn't believe how beautiful it was. He saw it and he wanted to do that. That's your primary thing. There is nothing that can compete with that. It's the only city in the world that's of great importance that doesn't have a triumphal arc. You know what that is? And this one is going to blow them all away. The one that people know mostly is the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, France. And we're going to top it by, I think, a lot. The only
Donald Trump's talking about arcs taking over golf courses, building golden ballrooms. Then Donald Trump addresses the Americans who were killed in Syria by actually it's individuals who were affiliated with the current Syrian government. We know it's part of the Syrian transition government. The person who's the killer was part of the government. But Trump says, no, trust me, it wasn't part of the government. Trump is lying here. We know the identity of the killer. Here, play this clip.
I must say in Syria also, we had an attack in Syria, and we had 3 great patriots terminated by bad people, and not the Syrian government. It was ISIS. Syrian government fought by our side. The new president fought by our side.
Then Donald Trump goes on a rant saying that the elections in California are rigged and that because Hispanics love Donald Trump, he would win California if it wasn't a rigged election. Then he goes on to say, I won Miami. I really won California. And again, this is just the rantings and ravings of an absolute lunatic. Here, play this clip.
Election, the entire map is red other than 2 little blue stripes along the outer edge. One is California, one's New York. And California's election, New York also, but California more than any other place is so rigged. It's such a rigged election. You know, we won the Hispanic vote. So a lot of people say Republican wouldn't win California, but I won the Hispanic vote. I won in Miami. Think of that. In Miami, I won the Hispanic vote. Along the Texas border, I won every single city or town touching the Texas border, and they're 85 to 90% Hispanic. We won the Hispanic vote. If the vote in California was legitimate, which it's not, they have 38 million ballots. Everything is mail-in voting. They mail out 38 million ballots, and they come in. Where the hell do they go, and where do they come from? It's a rigged election in California because we would win California by a lot. And again, they feel they have the advantage with Hispanic. They don't, because I won Hispanic vote.
Then he says you're going to start to see the results of his economic policies 6 months, maybe a year from now, he says. Well, so it went from day one during the election that prices would come down to now prices are exactly where they need to be. He's saying this is a victory, and you'll start to see benefits in 6 months to a year from now. Here, play this clip.
To Europe, they went to Mexico, Japan, they went all over. They went to South Korea, and now it's just the opposite. They're all coming back. We have an age that's coming up, the likes of which I don't think this country has never seen. And I just look so forward to the results. You're going to see results in 6 months to a year. I think you'll see results. We've never had anything like it. Again, there's never been any country. China, wonderful. I have a great relationship with President Xi. China's never seen it. Nobody's ever seen it. And by the way,
Look, last minute shopping during the holidays is the worst. You're probably running out of ideas. The stores are packed and forget about finding parking. That's why Aura Frames has become my go-to last minute lifesaver. It's a gift that actually feels thoughtful and personal. I'll be honest, I typically struggle with ideas for what to buy for my family, my parents, my siblings, all of them. So I tend to put it off because I want something special, something memorable. And in my opinion, Aura Frames is the best gift for that. Here's why. Aura Frames lets you share photos or videos from any device, and they'll instantly appear on the frame wherever it is in the world. It could be at your home, your office, or across the country, even across the world, wherever you want to share it. And the quality, it's incredible. Aura displays photos in true color and automatically adjusts to the light level of the room. At night, when you turn out the lights, the frame turns off too, saving energy and letting you sleep. And setup is ridiculously fast. It only takes about 2 minutes using the Aura app. You just download the app, connect to Wi-Fi, preload your photos before it ships, add a message, and then keep sharing photos and videos all year long. Every frame even comes in a premium gift box with no price tag, ready to gift. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code Meidas at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code Meidas MEIDAS. This deal is exclusive to listeners and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Then Donald Trump continues to talk about snakes, and he makes up a number and says 28,000 people die from snakes. You know them vipers? Those vipers are bad. Here, play this clip.
In Peru. And it's known for being a rather rough place in terms of physical creatures crawling around. 28,000 people die a year from a snake bite, a certain snake. It's a viper, right? It's said to be the most poisonous snake in the world.
Then Donald Trump continues to talk about the ark that he wants to build. He goes, since the 1860s, hundreds of years ago. Okay, it's 1860. We can count backwards. Okay. But Donald Trump says, Americans have wanted one thing, an ark de triomphe, an arch, an ark, he says, and we're going to make that happen, he says. And he goes, I'm going to speak with the National Trust for Historic Preservation. They like me. The National Trust for Historic Preservation in Washington, D.C. just sued Donald Trump on Friday to block the ballroom. And they essentially accused him of fraud by saying that he said he would go to the trust about the before demolishing the east wing of the White House. He said that he would never actually demolish it. He wouldn't touch the physical structure and that he would get the approvals, and he didn't. So Trump's actually been sued by the National Trust, but Donald Trump says they like him. Here, play this clip.
And this one is going to blow them all away. The one that people know mostly is the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, France. And we're going to top it by, I think, a lot. The only thing they have is history. You know, 1860 is something, I always say, the one thing you can't compete with, but eventually we'll have that history too. But we're going to have something that the likes of which has never been done before. And it's been waiting for 200 years, literally. I think the Civil War got in the way of it. You know, the opening, they actually have they have four columns, four small columns with the eagles on top. And they have the circle, you know, before on the other side from the Lincoln. And it's so unbelievable. It's so unbelievable. It's been waiting for hundreds of years. And they were going to build on it a couple of times. It never happened. But it's a circle that's been waiting to have the ark built on it. And I think we're very far along. I think you might want to show it to the National Trust if you'd like. You might want to show it to a couple of people. Take a look at it. Because I've always gotten really along well with the National Trust. So take a look and show it to them and start. Maybe they give you some good ideas too. Okay? But
then Donald Trump says that at Brown University, at the horrific school shooting yesterday, that in Rhode Island, they now have a person of interest. But Donald Trump says, I can't say much more. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble. Okay. You're supposed to be the president of the United States, and you're just supposed to give accurate information. Yesterday, you provided false information and said the shooter was in custody when the shooter was not in custody. You said you've been briefed and the shooter was in custody. That could have resulted in people's lives being lost as a result of your maliciousness. But here, play this clip.
They got the person, the individual person, but there'll be big damage done. And the other, supposedly, they call him a person of interest, so I'll keep it along those lines so we don't get ourselves in any trouble. But they have a person of interest at Brown. And in Australia, you probably read it's been a very, very brave person, actually, who went and attacked frontally one of the shooters and saved a lot of lives. So very brave person who's right now in the hospital, pretty seriously wounded. So great respect to that man that did that.
Donald Trump continues to say prices are going down. Play this clip.
First time that's happened in many years. We are doing great, and prices are coming down.
He then brags that Hispanics love him, which they don't. He's actually at historic lows with the Hispanic population right now in terms of approval. But he goes, we've got Hispanics vote me. He goes, they love me. Here, play this clip.
Because we would win California by a lot. And again, they feel they have the advantage with Hispanic. They don't, because I won Hispanic vote. So we did something that was amazing. We made a comeback. And
then Melania I'm trying to tell me if you even know what she's talking about here. She says that Santa is, I'm not going to do a Melania accent. She goes, Santa is waiting for you. Play this clip.
We have a Santa visiting today. I hope you saw him. And if not, go to visit him in the green room, the family's room, a game room. He's waiting for you. You could take a pictures and maybe whisper to him what you would like to have as a present for Christmas. So enjoy the time. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and all the best to your families. Thank you.
Thank you.
Then Donald Trump brings up Bryson DeChambeau, a golfer who likes Trump, and Trump says this guy is the current U.S. champion. Bryson is not the current U.S. Open champion. It's just not true. So just another why? It's just a ridiculous lie. Bryson's not the U.S. Open champion. It's just another. Everything this guy says is a lie. Play this clip.
He's a fantastic person. You know what he's got though, better than all of his game? The head. He's got the head is better than anything. He knows how to win. Where's Bryson DeChambeau? Is he here? Bryson, come up here, Bryson. Come on, Bryson. I want to ask, why is he longer? Look at him. Now, if you rip off the jacket, you'll see the muscles are serious, but we don't have to rip off jackets. Come on up here, say hello. Hi, Bryce. Great to see you, Mr. President. The current U.S. Open champion. Please.
My goodness. Well, I did not know I was going to be coming up here today, but...
Then Donald Trump talks about bringing in $18 trillion of investments, which he goes, maybe they'll start coming in next year. It's a lie. Play this clip.
I just want to say this was an amazing period of time. Our country has been turned around much faster than I thought. If you would have told me that 10 months in, we would have over 18 trillion with a T, not billion, but $18 trillion coming in. And they're coming in, they're building car plants, they're building AI plants, they're building everything at a level that we've never seen, that no country has ever seen before. Now, I assume that's going to start. It's already showing up, but I assume that it's going to start showing up. I'll be picking a new head of the Fed soon. Our Fed person is absolutely, despite him, we have numbers that really nobody's ever seen, Vince, right? Despite him.
Then he brings up a lady who I think is one of the people who helped throw these events at the White House. And Trump goes, she's a great hostess. She's the best. But is she going to choke right now? Is she going to choke? Play this clip.
How are you? Nice to see you. How are you?
Want to say a couple of words?
Sure.
Because she's a great hostess. She hosts professionally everything, and she's the best. But now she's probably going to, let's see, is she going to choke?
No.
Is she going to be the opposite of Bryson? Go ahead, say a couple. Great.
Thank you, Mr. President.
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Help us get to 6 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
New Midas merch drop. Check out the latest pro-democracy sticker packs, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and more. All at store.MeidasTouch.com.